The sound designer really comes up with the sounds for all the animals and the whole natural environment that makes up the world of the film.
The ones where you sort of hear, you can actually hear the human quality of the screamer good.
Part of our sort of philosophy behind the sounds in this film was to have the sound effects really be as naturalistic as possible. And part of that involves recording sounds in, outdoor natural spaces as opposed to in a studio. And that's been a little difficult in Wellington because it's a small, compact place and it's noisy. So it's tough to find outdoor spaces where you don't have airplanes and cars and people and all that. So there's actually a cemetery just outside of Wellington where we've been going to do a lot of recording. And we have to go there at night because during the daytime you have cicadas and they don't quiet down until the sun goes down. So we've been doing a lot of sort of recording of swords and bow and arrow and screaming in the cemetery. And we've had to repeatedly phone up the police in the area and say, we want to do some recording there tonight, so can you warn all the neighbors that if they hear screaming coming from the cemetery, it's just us. The dead marshes are an environment that lend themselves to incorporating a lot of different vocal elements because it's really this place where all the ghosts of the elves and the other people who have fought in these battles from the past, their souls are sort of trapped in the marshes. And so what we've done in terms of the design is all the sounds that we hear are vocal based. Again, it's these sort of like mud bubbles percolating up that are whispering. So we can have sort of vocal whispers and things that are turned into bubbles, turned into wind, turned into, different sort of mud, slurpy, sloshy elements. And then at certain points, as Frodo starts to be put into this trance, he's hearing the voices of these souls trapped in the dead marshes. The whole environment is infused with these voices, and at certain points they come more to the forefront and really start to suck you in. We knew that with the second movie, we were going to have a whole lot more crowds, and we're going to have to do a lot of recording with big groups. And I was thinking specifically about, well, how are we going to get the sound of 10,000 Uruk-hai? I mean, the obvious and most sort of natural thing for us to do would be to record groups of, as many people as we could get together, maybe, say, 50 people, and record them and just layer them on top of each other. And then, because we're in Wellington, and really all of New Zealand is so behind this picture, we have these sort of unique opportunities of involving the whole community. So we said, well, maybe we can just get into the stadium and record people there. And what we were able to do is get into the cricket stadium during the halftime, and Pete went in and just got this rousing, cheering response and directed over 25,000 people to become Uruk-hai, chanting these words in black speech. It's incredibly powerful to have this many people chanting in unison. For them, they said it was, one of their best halftime events they'd ever had.